And I'm just, once the kids are ready to come in, come on in, Ellie. Alors, bienvenue, et avant d'aller trop loin, je vais inviter Maddie et Roberto au podium. Bienvenue à la cérémonie initiation 2020 pour la Société honoraire de français. Je m'appelle Madison et de la part du président Roberto et moi, nous sommes heureuses que vous ayez décidé de faire partie de notre célébration et félicitations aux nouveaux initiés. Nous sommes très contents de vous présenter les nouveaux membres de la Société honoraire de français. Normalement, la cérémonie a lieu au printemps, mais nous avons décidé de la faire une date plus tôt pour que les nouveaux membres puissent participer à notre des fins d'année. Et également, sur nos très intéressants, Madame deviendra grand-mère en avril. Ainsi, une participation de la joyeuse événement, nous célébrons la nouvelle initiée ce soir.
Welcome to the French Honor Society's induction ceremony of 2020. My name is Roberto Barham, and on behalf of my co-president Maddie and myself, we are grateful that you could join us tonight to congratulate the newest inductees. We are very happy to present you the new members of the French Honor Society. Typically, this ceremony is held in the spring. However, we have decided to hold the event earlier this year to provide our new inductees with the opportunity to participate in our end-of-year activities. Also, on another very exciting note, Madame will be becoming a grandmother in April, and so we have planned accordingly. I would like to now invite our Secretary Kendall Olsefka to read our bylaws.
Thank you, Maddie and Roberto. The sponsor of the Société honoraire de français must be a member of the American Association of Teachers of French. Each inductee must have completed at least the second semester of French 2. He or she must have maintained an A average in French and a B average or above in all other subject areas, and French may not be used to calculate this average. Although throughout their membership, SHF members must uphold the Albany Academy's honor code, abide by the school code of conduct, participate regularly in all SHF activities, and attend all induction ceremonies and complete the minimum required community service activity. Students who are inducted are expected to continue studying French through at least level 4 course or junior year. Next, Emily Allen, historian, will come up to speak about the impact of French on our culture.
Thank you, Kendall. Over recent years, the world has been struck with disaster and hate. As young students growing up in what some say is an ugly world, we look to find the light and the joy around us. As the members and soon-to-be members of French Honor Society, we all took French for one reason or another. Whether it was to pursue a family language, a requirement for school, or just because we have all found a commonality in pursuing the language and culture. Throughout our studies, we found the beauty of the French language and culture. This beauty has been a true inspiration for us as students to find the beauty in our lives. For those who haven't studied French, let me explain one of the important things of the language. Whenever we are learning a new tense, form, or vocabulary, the one thing Madame Keegan explains to us is that if it doesn't sound right, it's not right. This is because the French make sure every word and sentence structure flows with ease. The language has a way around the words to simply make it sound beautiful. For example, Je dois chanter, danser et jouer des rôles dans la pièce de théâtre. Not that this isn't to say the occasional word doesn't sound correct. Often in class, we'll be learning and we'll hear a word that sounds out of place. We'll ask, is that correct? And Madame will usually say yes, because Madame's the expert. This sentence structure and understanding can be seen as little and insignificant to the overall effect of the language. But in actuality, it has an impact on our life as growing students. It teaches us that even though the occasional bad or frustrating thing that will happen, we have to focus on the beauty in life. When that word comes up to cause an inconsistency in our sentence, or in this analogy, we have to go back to that beauty of the sentence that forms our memories, hopes, and dreams. That is what the French language means to us as students. It's not another grade or a homework-filled class, but the fun and enjoyment of our lives. So, new inductees, congratulations on this achievement, and I hope you continue to find your French sentences. I would now like to invite FHS Treasurer Sarah Phillips to speak about the pinning ceremony.
Thank you, Emily. We will now move on to our pinning ceremony. During this part of the program, each new inductee will receive a Société Honoraire de Francais pin, their certificate, and each one will sign our logbook. We would like to invite Secretary Kendall Olsepka to the podium to assist me by reading the names of each new inductee.
Erin Connors. Sadie Reinheimer. Shreya Suresh. Yushi Rebecca Zhu. Nick Foster. Andrew Cataldo. Lorelei Fanian. Tide Kimbler. Abby Millar. Brianna Obi. Next, we have Madison Fallberg and Emily Allen.
This year, we have chosen the song Le Temple de Cathédrale to represent our experiences while taking French. The song, which was playing during the opening slideshow, is from the musical Notre Dame de Paris, which we watched while studying the corresponding novel. The entire musical rests upon the idea of the ebb and flow of time and the cyclical nature of life.
The reason we chose this song is because we really felt like the theme of Les Temps de Cathédrale represents our experiences while taking French. Each year, we learn more and more while putting together the building blocks from previous years. As you may know, the French language can be extremely complicated. However, we've learned to take it step by step. With this strategy, we've been able to practice the sound, which gives the language its beauty. I would now like to invite Roberto up to the stand.
La course du flambeau est une cérémonie qui avait lieu à Athènes dans la Grèce antique. Pour cette solennité, des citoyens s'espaçaient formant une chaîne. Le premier allumement au flambeau à l'autel courait le transmettre à un second, qui le transmettait à un troisième, et ainsi de main en main, chaque citoyen courait, sans regarder en arrière, préservant la flamme qu'il allait remettre à un autre. Platon a reconnu dans cette course de flambeau comme symbole des générations successives de la vie.
The transmission or handing of the torch is a ceremony that took place in ancient Greece. For this solemn occasion, the citizens lined up at equal distances to form a chain. The first in line lit the torch at the altar, ran to transmit it to the second, who transmitted it to the third. Thus, from hand to hand, each citizen ran without looking back and keeping the flame alive to pass on to the next person. Plato recognized this running with the torch as the symbol of succeeding generations to come. As the students pass the torch, they will state the French Honor Society motto, La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux, which roughly translates to, those who know two languages double their worth.
My favorite part of the ceremony. Get your cameras ready. And we'll have Maddie and Roberto lead the current members down, and then the new inductees will follow once they are all down and done.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux. La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux. La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues. Oui.
La personne, oh. La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
La personne qui sait deux langues en vaut deux.
That's your opportunity. We'll hold for a second, and we have to blow them out so we don't settle them. Everybody ready? All right, souffle. Great job, guys. That was awesome. Love it. Congratulations to these 10 over here. These are our new inductees, obviously, and so welcome. Bienvenue. So I just have a few closing remarks, and of course I can't end the night without acknowledging my seniors who will be leaving me, and I promise I wouldn't cry because it's only January and I still have 7 months, so I should be able to hold it together. I'm not so sure. Okay, anyway, last April when I stood up here and I gave my closing remarks at the 2019 induction ceremony, I was exhausted. Things were insane. The French exchange trip had just happened, French students had just left, my husband and I had just sold our house in Albany, we just moved to Burnt Hills, we were moving into our new house. So thankfully things are much, much calmer this year. What hasn't changed, however, and what keeps me driving the 45, 50 minutes each way every day is the level of enthusiasm that my students have and the joy that I feel in teaching them. With all this talk about teenagers checking out and becoming more and more distracted and harder to teach due to dependency on technology and social media, I often wonder how I, an almost 60-year-old, soon-to-be grandma, can continue to be effective in the classroom. To be sure, the technology available to teachers is useful for engagement and enhancement. However, the real value of language acquisition is in face-to-face communication and practice. These kids get that. They attend French lunch on day 2 just to speak French. I often hear them speaking French, or Franglais maybe. In class, they write skits, they perform them, they're eager to answer questions, and the results are very, very impressive. Every year, I wonder if I can keep this 200-year-old French program at the academies going. Will it go the way of German or ancient Greek, the way we almost lost Latin? We teach 4 languages at this fairly small school. Do we have enough students to fill all the classes? Well, the answer is yes. In fact, next year we have 25 students rising into the level 2 French classes.
Woo!
Super excited about that. The students in this program that are already in the program and on this stage are so strong that many of them have skipped a level or will skip a level at some point. This is my 20th year as World Language Chair, and I found over the years that the kids that take French do so because they want to speak French. They enjoy the challenge and the sound of the language, and maybe not all the annoying grammatical details, but they appreciate that it's so cool to be able to communicate in another language and function in another culture. My advisee, Abby, shout out to Abby, who's just been inducted, has been pushing me to do another exchange trip to France next year. And every year I say, this is the last one. Getting tired. But who can say no to kids who want to do what you love to do? So, Abby, and anybody else who wants to join me, I will attempt to do one more next year. Over break, about a dozen of my students came to my house to enjoy some hot chocolate and cookies. What an honor that they would want to spend 2 hours of their winter break with me. And they came all the way to Burn Hills to do that. We're just starting to read Le Petit Prince, The Little Prince, in my AP Advanced class, and the main theme of the story is the importance of creating links with others. And this is the type of thing that creates links and memories that add value and meaning to life. And it's so simple, yet so true. Speaking another language is all about creating links and bridging gaps, and I am so glad that you will understand that. And that's one of the main reasons you're on this stage, is because you get that. So I want to give a special shout out also to my officers, Maddie, Roberto, Emily, Sarah, and Kendall. They have been and continue to be a totally awesome, dedicated group of students. Big merci to Emily. Shout out to Emily, our historian, who put together tonight's slideshow, and also to all the officers who put together tonight's program. I'd like to invite our co-president up here, Maddie, for a special gift. Maddie, Roberto, you're not a senior yet. You'll get one next year, I promise. For this year, I have a little gift for Maddie.
For me?
Yes, Maddie.
That's so sad.
You know, they don't get these here because they wear white dresses. You can pull it out.
Oh, it's so cute.
You want to show?
Yeah.
It's a 2020 tassel that usually doesn't.
Oh, nice. Color.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Well, you deserve it, Maddie. She's been an awesome co-president. So lastly, I'll be honoring our senior members by awarding them their tricolor graduation cords. The other day we were talking about personality traits based on your favorite color. And most of the adjectives were on point, but I thought I would come up with a few of my own that perhaps are a little more accurate since I know you so well as I read your reports. So I will start with Mademoiselle Emily Allen. Patiente, enthousiaste, une bonne amie, fidèle, douée. Douée means gifted. Ensuite, a new initié, Aaron Connors. Intéressant, créatif, unique, amusant et chic. Liv Eisenhart, gentille, patiente, pensive, observatrice et précise. Madison Balfour, enthousiaste, joyeuse, travailleuse, charmante, éloquente. Maria Carsavidas, so fun to say her name in French. Dramatique, curieuse, and analytique, créative et merveilleuse. All right, I made it without crying. I'm so proud of myself. All right, so congratulations to all of you. You are all formidable, and it's such an honor and pleasure to work with all of you. On that note, we're going to conclude our ceremony. We'll have photos right up here with children and then the seniors. There's cake in the flex room that I hope you'll come and eat because it's a really big cake.
Maman, s'il vous plaît. Okay, so even though it is not the end of the year, regardless, we are just so thankful for everything that Madame has done for us. She's been, as we all say, she's our mom, and outside of school. Getting to take French with her has just been such an amazing experience, and I've honestly said that I've never enjoyed a class as much as I have French. She just kind of drives this passion into all of us, and it's just so incredible to come in the morning, and she's just so happy and to see us and to hear the tea and to speak French, and we're just so thankful for everything that she's done for us. So we are lucky to have these for the seniors and everyone else the next couple of months with her. So merci, madame.
Okay, so let's take pictures and then we'll go. Can we take? Okay.
I got to.